Welcome to Ecclesia Principles, a biblical strategy for believers to engage in God's design for government with Ray Eppard.
Hello, glad you could join us. We're talking about God's original mandate for humanity. We see that in Genesis 2:15. Then the Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to tend and keep it, to cultivate and protect it. Now, this is a responsibility. If you would, it is what all of us will stand before God for, is what we have done with what God has given us. Now, obviously, first is to be born again. And at that point, it doesn't matter what you've done with everything. If you're not born again, you're in trouble. But with this, as a child of God, when we stand before the judgment seat of Christ, we will have the two mandates that God has given the church: to preach the gospel to every creature and to make disciples, and the cultivating and the protecting of our garden. Now, with this, what is our responsibility? God gave us and created us with the capacity to exercise dominion over whatever we needed to exercise it over in regard to our garden. Genesis 1:26, let them have dominion. In the creation of humanity, He made us capable to rule what we need to rule over. So what is our responsibility? Obviously, ourselves. We call that self-government, learning to rule yourself. God has given us all talents and abilities. We need to rule and manage ourselves. You see, in all honesty, the failure to rule oneself is at the heart of virtually every problem. You see, if a person has no self-control and self-government, then destruction will come into their life. And then if they do not know how to govern themselves, and then they get married, or let's put it this way, they marry someone who has no self-government, then that marriage will be a problem. It will be issues. And then if you put people in government who have no self-control, have no self-government, then when they get into positions of power, then government will be a mess and it will be a problem. I think you can look around today and see that. You put them in a work environment. You put them either running a business or functioning within a business. If they have no self-government, then they create problems within that company, that business. They create problems for themselves. They create problems for their fellow employees. It starts with us and the responsibility to exercise dominion over ourselves. And then obviously with that, we have responsibilities to cultivate and protect our children. We have the responsibility, in all honesty, this is an election year. And with that, God has graced every citizen of the United States with the right to vote. Now, you can be like the one servant and bury it and not use it. And God didn't respond well to him. But at the same time, you need to use that vote to promote godly principles. You need to use that vote to cultivate and to protect our land. God bless you. Have a great day.
You've been listening to Ecclesia Principles with Ray Eppard. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook on our Ray Eppard pages. This program was brought to you by Victory Worship Center and World Outreach. Services Sunday 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock, 200 Hammond Lane, Stanton, Virginia.